alaikum. Hello again. This is my third lecture. It's about creating an object using Windows Server 2019, then connecting the client, which is Windows 10, to my Windows Server or to my text local controller. So let me create an object. First of all, organization unit. I'll go to tools. I will go to my Active Directory user and computers. As you can see, there is my database. I will create an organization name. It should be not repeated, so I will go for a new organization unit. My organization will be university. And this university, I will say okay. I will create inside it two groups. For example, staff, employees, and group for students. Or I will create directly two users. I will go for new users. This is the first user. I will choose, for example, Muhammad, and his father name will be Omar. Okay, and the username will be Muhammad Omar, Muhammad.omer. Okay, if I want to access it through the client account, I will put the username is Muhammad.omar at test.local, test.local, and then the password will be your own password. For me, I choose capital P shift at, which is at sign and $$ and 0 RD. Or if through the net BIOS by test / you put the username, which is Muhammad Omar, and then next, and put the password by yourself. My password. Use your own complex number. Here, repeat your password. And here, a user must change the password at next login. We can deactivate this one to save the time. And user cannot change the password. Keep it like that unchecked. If you want the user be able to change his own password. Password never expire. In the case that you did not check this box, after 42 days, the Windows Server will ask you to renew your password because it's expired. Account is disabled. This is in a case that you want to punish them account, so you can keep them, but they are disabled, or maybe they did not pay their own fees. You activate it when they don't have any other related issues. Go for next, finish. This is Muhammad Omar. So I will create another new user. I will call him Muhammad Salam, and this is Salam, and now the username will be Muhammad.salam. Okay, I go for next. I put the same complex number. Okay, the user login name you have chosen is already in use in this enterprise, so that means this user had been already used before. I have to use another username. For me, I will use, instead of Muhammad Salam, I will write Muhammad Luay, for example, LWAY. Okay, so the username will be Muhammad, or you can put Muhammad Salam too, it doesn't matter, LWAY. I go for next. The user login name I have chosen is already in use, so I'll put Muhammad Salam too, and the name here will be 2, and here is and Salam 2. Whenever you have a problem, you should try to fix it, as our main job as an IT or computer science students is to solve problem, because we live behind these problems. So at $RD password, and then go for next, finish. So we have Muhammad Salam 2 and Muhammad Omar. Okay, this is cool that we have two users. Now I want to active from Windows 10 to these two users. As you remember that in order to access to a server, we need to create a network. So as you remember that the Windows Server 2019, it has the following information. You see, it has the following IP address version 4 from the properties, IP version 4. You go to properties, these are the information. We need to put the IP address, we need to put the DNS. As you can see here, to access to the Windows server, we need to put test.local. Test.local is a word. The network does not recognize any letters. So in that case, we need something to translate between IP address and the name, which is test.local. So I need to put this one. We will try to figure out this problem when we will have it. Okay, now I will close this. I will go to Windows Server. We said the three things we have. Windows 10, my client. We said three things we have to do. Number one, we should change the computer name. We should make sure that the time zone is correct. Time is correct. I will change the computer name, and then I have to change the IP address. This is the computer name. Changing the name from here. This is the new method, or the old method as we used to do before. Changing the computer name. Okay, you see here, rename this PC advanced, then go for change. We were gonna change this computer to PC. This will be PC, let it be 3, PC 3, and here I need to change the domain as well. My domain will be test.local, which is my server. I will say OK. Will it be able to take me to server to test.local? Of course it will not accept that, as test.local is not recognized by this PC. I have to it will show me an error message, so that means I have to put the network, the IP address for the network. So to put the IP address, go to control panel, change the category to large icons, then go to the network. You will find this Ethernet properties, and go to IP version 4, change the IP address to 192.168, and then the same subnet mask dot. I will put 30 for my user, and then this is the subnet mask, and then here I will put 192.168.1.2. This is my DNS, this IP address for my server, which is my Active Directory controller is installed in there. So I will say yes, I will say close. Now I'll go back again. I will try to change my computer name to PC3. Okay, it could access to my domain controller. So I will put the username and password of my administrator, which is administrator, and the password is the same combination. Okay, and now it will take a time. We'll come to text to test.local. I'll say okay. It will ask me for a restart. Okay, do you want to restart? I will say okay. Before restarting, let me do something which is we used to do previously using command Windows run. This is CMD. I will try to ping my server. Of course it is connected, but let we try this one as an extra exercise. As you can see here, it's connected. There is no problem with that thing. Now, do you want to restart? Yes. When we restart this computer, it will try to access to my account, which is created by the Active Directory controller. You should know that in order to have an account, close, restart now. In order to have an account, AAA protocol will be appeared. An authentication, then the second A is authorization, the third A is accounting. an authentication will check either the username and password which you are trying to enter to the server exists within the database. Authorization to check either your account is not allowed, is disabled, user must change the password. Within the account, it's the object cannot be same name as a computer cannot be same name like organization unit, cannot be same name like the group. Now when I'm trying to access, you see PC3, we used to have this one, username and password. This username and password, you should never ever give it to your users at your company, because once he active to this one, he will be entered to this computer with all the privileges without limitation. And if this client is for computer, for the company, you should use the company username and password. So you go to other users, you put here Muhammad, for example, Muhammad.Omar, and then you go and put your password in here. The password will be same combination, and go for next. This is Muhammad Omar is entering this computer. Okay, so who's Muhammad Omar? Who's this account? This is an account within a limited privilege as far as the policy you have created on Windows 2019 server. So I will go to Windows Server 2019. I'll go out from my network, then I will go to tools, I will go to Active Directory users and computers, you go to test.local, you go to this computers, you will see that PC3 is already accessed. This is PC3, and now here it's creating the new account. This PC3 until now it has all the privilege. If you want to seize or put a policy on this PC3, you have to move it to the place where you put your own policies. For example, I put my policies in university. I will take this one, which is computers, PC3, and I'll move it inside the university. I'll say okay, you go inside the university. This is PC3. In PC3 now you have two accounts, Muhammad Omar, Muhammad Salam. Muhammad Omar already access into PC3. Supposedly, let me open Windows, other Windows, which is Windows 10.2. This is other PC. I will power it on. I can use Muhammad Omar to access to this computer as well. That means Muhammad Omar or any user here can access to 10 computers, not more than 10, while the administrator can access to more than that. The administrator can access to unlimited number of users. So this is the second computer. Here I can access within Muhammad Salam, Muhammad Omar, or other users, for example Muhammad Salam 2, or I can access as administrator as well. So I can write test.local, and the password will be and now this username is incorrect. Try again. Local. I can access as Muhammad Omar again or Muhammad Sam. Let me try Muhammad Omar. Muhammad.Omar, and then I put his own password again. He is accessing into this computer. Okay, this is the second computer. If I go to Windows 2019, as you can see here in my controller, there is computer Muhammad Omar. Muhammad Omar already is in here, but his PC, which is this PC 10.2, is in somewhere else. I think it's in other organization which we have created before, maybe in human resources or in somewhere else. We can access through another account as well. Okay, this is Windows 10. So far this is my account. How can I know which account is this one? Click on start menu, click on these three lines, you'll find the name. This is Muhammad Umar, while here this is also Muhammad Umar. Thank you very much. Now we created two accounts and we have contact these accounts to the server. We have applied all the policies on them. All the best. Thank you so much.